Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Player Zone YouTube channel and welcome to our game recap for the Netherlands and Turkey's game in the quarterfinals of UEFA Euro 2024. The Netherlands booking their spot in the semi-finals after a shaky start, but a convincing performance nonetheless to turn it around to win the game 2-1. A game where they had the key moments, they had the bigger players, but so easily after conceding that first goal to Turkey could wither under the pressure, wither in that cauldron of Turkey fans and noise. But once again, finding a way to come from behind to win a game of football. And in the end, do it really, really dramatically with a nice, consistent amount of attacking football and eventually breaking away. And Ronald Koeman came to the game saying they want to win the Dutch way, which is attacking football. They don't want to sacrifice their philosophy for anyone. That's quite a symbol going into the semi-finals, going into the England side. Playing this Turkey side, it's very defensive as well. They're not going to back down and change their style of football for anyone. They're going to keep playing their style of football. And so far in this tournament, it's worked. Other than for that Austria game where they just didn't manage the moments well, they've gone and been really, really convincing in some performances. Yes, individual games haven't looked good enough, but over the span of every single game so far in this tournament, should have beaten France, got the job done versus Poland after trailing, got the job done versus Romania quite convincing with a 3-0 win, and then came from behind here versus Turkey to get a 2-1 win as well. They seem to just get the job done, and they play some really exciting football. They create a lot of chances, and sometimes if there's probably a better centre forward in this side, you'd expect them to put teams away 3 or 4 goals at a time, but really, really impressive considering the players who are missing. We'll obviously get into all of that towards the end of the video. Let's just go by the play-by-plays to start us off. In the first minute, yet again, another game where could have had a goal in the first minute. Memphis Depay wriggled his way past 3 or 4 defenders and got a shot on goal. It was quite wild in the end, put his shot high and wide of the crossbar. However, he would have been thinking he would have wanted to hit the target. He did a lot of the hard work and got into a really good shooting position, but ended up shooting a little bit off balance and seeing that shot high of the goal. But a really positive start for the Netherlands and really getting at that Turkey side. It was a really, really dominant Dutch start to the game on the front foot, creating a lot of big chances and getting the ball into the feet of really dangerous players early on there. Chances for Denzel Dumfries, Cody Gakpo, Xavi Simons. Unfortunately, all those efforts on goal going high and wide of the goal, but positive in the first quarter of an hour. We had chances for those players, plus Memphis Depay as well. So a really, really strong start for the Dutch and a lot of key possession in dangerous areas. And Turkey side, they really struggled to get out of their own half, really struggled to get on the ball and get a foothold of that game. And it was all advantage Dutch in the early moments there. For the 20-minute mark, however, that Turkey side grew into the game. A bit more possession, got a foothold in the game and got out of their own half. I think that was the start of the positivity for the Turkey side. They wandered out of their own half. They got more possession in the Netherlands half, pushed them back to some sustained pressure with sustained possession and built. And then that crowd built as well. And then the tide started to turn a little bit. Yildiz had a crazy attempt at the 34th minute, went really, really well high of the goal, but it was a sign that Turkey were coming. They were on the front foot, more opportunities were being created, and then it was finally Samet Akaydin in the 35th minute to rise highest, to head home an unstoppable header for Bart Verbruggen, and to give Turkey a mammoth lead at that point in time. Again, endured a lot of pressure in the first 20 or so minutes of the game. They grew into the game, and they started to see the tides and the table were turning, and then Samet Akaydin topped it off with a goal. I've got to talk about Arda Güler's cross. Fantastic. A well-worked short corner in the end, and then it comes back out to Arda Güler, and his delivery. My God, right-footed ball looped in. It sort of drove Verbruggen out, but then Verbruggen realised, I'm not going to get on the end of this ball, get to the top of him, and Samet Akaydin powerfully heading the ball past Verbruggen and into the back of the net, off the underside of the crossbar as well. A pinpoint header, pinpoint delivery from Arda Güler, and off his right foot as well, just showing the quality of the hit is fantastic. Just something you just see yet again, where in key moments, it's not some experienced Hakan Çalhanoğlu or Koku type that's delivering this. It's the youngster, the 18-year-old. He's had limited game time this season for Real Madrid, has impacted the game every time he's played for Real Madrid. In this tournament here is a lot of pressure as Turkey's star boy, Turkey's superstar, the talent up top, isolated up top at times in this game. But from this corner, a fantastic delivery, lofted and floated with enough pace and power to get past Verbruggen, but to draw him in and then to find Samet Akaydin at the back post. So just a superb delivery. When I watched that, I was in awe of that delivery. So fantastic from Arda Güler. And it was Turkey with the lead. And a lead, I guess, to that point in time, I guess they deserved. With a lot of withstood a lot of Netherlands pressure, and they took their chance when they got it, and it was fantastic to see. And they sort of grew in the game from there. A few other half chances. However, it was Memphis who nearly found the equalising goal at the end of a Weghorst header across 6-yard box. Memphis stretching to try and get on the end of it. He wouldn't find the back of the net. And we went into the half-time 1-0, in favour of the Türkiye side, who were doing very, very well at that point in time. However, second half would come around and the tides would turn yet again. It was the Dutch that were putting all the pressure on the Türkiye side. Not much to show for it in terms of chances. It was an Arda Güler chance. However, the first chance, the big one of the second half, had a free kick in the 56th minute. It was superb. It was a superb effort. Low, powerful, arrowing to the bottom corner. However, that came off the upright, and that was a killer blow to that point in time. A 2-0 lead is a lead that you can almost hold on to if you're Türkiye. Really, really unfortunate the 56th minute that didn't find the back of the net. And I guess that instilled a bit more faith in the Dutch to continue to go for the game. They continued to get the front foot, but they were exposing themselves at the back. Verbruggen in the 65th minute, making a heroic save from Yilmaz. The shot went through bodies, which took a little bit of deflection as well, and an important save by the Brighton goalkeeper to keep the game at 1-0. Yet again, a 2-goal lead, I think, is too much for the Dutch to turn around, but keeping themselves in it with a fantastic save from Yilmaz there. The ball was bouncing around and bobbling around a dangerous area, but Weghorst in the way to get that tackle and get the ball out for a corner kick. These small things like this, Weghorst coming off the bench and making that difference, not only up top and being a focal target, but also defensively to get that ball out of play for a goal kick. Continue to build up pressure, continue to control the game. Weghorst had a half chance, deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's from this corner, Stefan de Vrij would rose highest and head home the goal that would keep the Netherlands alive. It was 1-1 to that point in time, the 71st minute header. De Vrij unmarked, a perfectly whipped in ball by Memphis Depay. Something about that end and deliveries into the box in this game. Memphis ball had pace, had power, had precision, and all De Vrij did was get a head onto it, and it was unmarked. Really, really strange that a centre-half in that sort of situation is unmarked, but really, really well worked short corner. They delivered into the box, and De Vrij heads home for 1-1 to the 71st minute. It would give them the motivation they needed to. They kept going, the Dutch, as I said, from the second half onwards. They kept peppering the Türkiye goal. They continued to play on the front foot. Yes, it left them exposed a little bit defensively, but they rode their luck with a few saves and a few chances hitting the upright. They scored their goal, and the second goal was not too far away. In the 76th minute, it was Mert Müldür in the end to put the ball in his own net and own goal. Cody Gakpo was really close behind him, all set up though by Denzel Dumfries' run down the right-hand channel. A great ball with precision across the 6-yard box that no one could get on the end of. Gakpo was close, but in the end it was Mert Müldür to put the ball in his own net to cap off a fantastic turnaround in the space of 10 or so minutes there. And it wasn't to end there, though. It was still heroics. The other end, Mickey van der Ven and Schouten both putting in consecutive blocks to keep Türkiye out of goal as they were just throwing the kitchen sink at the game. And then right at the end, Bart Verbruggen making a fantastic save in the first minute of stoppage time from basically point-blank range to keep the game in the Dutch's favour. And that's how the game would end. 2-1 in favour of the Dutch. They now go through into the semi-finals to face England after a memorable type performance. Again, with the chances and the like, it doesn't look convincing, but I am convinced now. We've seen a lot of performances like this where the Dutch are able to manage games. In this game, it was managing with key defensive actions, with key blocks and goalkeeper heroics. But outside of those sort of few massive saves that Verbruggen had to make, it was all one-way traffic. It was all the Netherlands on the ball, all the Netherlands going forward, creating some chances, looking solid enough in possession. And considering, as I said a lot in this tournament, they were without Frankie de Jong, Teron Koopmeiners, Martin de Roon. You've got a really young midfield with Schouten in there, Tino Reyners in midfield. Without Frankie de Jong as well, you've obviously got a B-type midfield in for the Netherlands, and they managed that game quite well in midfield. They dealt with the Türkiye pressure and physicality quite well. Memphis Depay, who I haven't been the biggest supporter of, still played really, really well in this game. He got a fantastic assist as well. I think all in all, it was just a really, really solid Dutch performance. They looked the better side for the most of the game. Outside, I guess, the 25-minute mark to the 35, 40-minute mark in the first half, they were in control of the game, the team dominating the game. I think against the Türkiye side with basically the home court advantage playing in that Berlin arena, a lot of the Türkiye population in Berlin, a lot of them there supporting their side, managing to come back from behind yet again. They've managed to win a game from being down once more. They've got that mentality. They're able to keep fighting back And yes, as I said, in isolation, all these games do not look convincing for the Dutch, but we've seen a key pattern now over time that they're able to do this. They're able to come from behind. They're able to scrape through games and score goals in important moments. And I think compared to like sort of France or England, who have not really convinced in terms of goal scoring and chance creation, the Netherlands are fine creating chances. It's about putting the ball in the back of the net and also being solid enough defensively to manage enough moments. I said it, the Austria game was a great learning moment. Sometimes, you can say you win games or you learn from games. I think they learned from the Austria game in terms of managing moments. Van Dijk had probably one of his worst games. The defence was all over the place. No Denzel Dumfries in that game. It's all a bit off balance. Stefan Bergwijn gets introduced in this game. And once again, from the start, he was impactful. You see what Cody Gakpo can do. Didn't score the goal, but was directly involved in trying to get that ball over the line and that scramble to get the winning goal in the end. Shouten's developing in this role as well. Memphis Depay's doing enough for the time being. I still reckon Wout Weghorst from the start be the way to go because you see him coming on, making tackles at one end and putting pressure and putting man marking almost instead of centre halves. He's putting pressure on centre halves, occupying the centre halves, putting them under pressure with his physicality, strength, and his willingness to keep running. He does a lot of hard work, or donkey work almost in there, and he continues to press from the front as well. So there's so many different avenues that the Netherlands can go about their football. The way they win their games of football also is done in so many different avenues as well, and as such, they're a very, very dangerous side. So a really, really fantastic performance in them, I think, in that regard. Not people will see it that way. That's why I've seen a lot of this tournament. I've had a bit of a Netherlands bias in many regards. I'm loving what they're doing, and obviously it's the what if all those midfielders are there. You're looking at a really dangerous side that can put teams away. And then they come against the England side that, yes, it was an improvement versus Switzerland, but waiting for your first shot on target be your goal again to save you and send it to extra time once more. It's twice down 2 games. They're not a team that create a lot of chances. They're a team that likes to go sideways. They're a team with that really a focal number 9. So Virgil van Dijk and Stefan de Vrij don't have to worry in that regard. You've got Nathan Ake and Denzel Dumfries who can easily deal with the likes of Bukayo Saka, and also, I guess, a Luke Shaw, who should get a start for England. They can easily deal with those sort of players. It's, can they put away the chance they create in front of goal, and can they create enough against an England sort of back 5 at times? That's going to be the question that the Netherlands are going to have to solve. Talking about the players of the game, I went a bit of a different bunch. Mickey van der Ven, for me, coming off the bench, was fabulous. 7.5 match rating, made the 2 clearances, 1 block, and 1 tackle in 17 minutes, including a game-saving block in many regards, coming back to block one of those late shots. Huge in this game, and to see transitionally and against a really, really rampant Turkey side. They were just throwing everything at it. They had nothing to lose at that point in time. He defended super well coming on for Nathan Ake. He'd also done a fabulous job prior to that point in time. So really, really incredible from Mickey van der Ven, especially considering all tournaments come off the bench and really done a good job every single time he's come off with. Never really lacked getting to pace or getting to grips of the game. He's always got into the game, got to the pace of the game, managed key moments, dealt with a lot of pressure from opposition, and all in all, done a really, really fabulous job. I think once again this game, to come for 17 minutes, key 17 minutes towards the end of the game when you're defending a lead, when the sides cut, the opposition side is just throwing everything at you, they're coming at you wave after wave. Fantastic, match-saving type block as well. Overall, fantastic performance and could have easily been player of the game for me. Bart Verbruggen, also a key player, 2 massive saves, 70% accurate passes. Outside that, the stats don't look really great, but on paper is one thing, in the game is another thing. I think it was one of his best performances I've seen Bart Verbruggen play. Obviously, the indifferent season for Brighton, not picked consistently with Jason Steele there, but I think we're seeing what he's all about. I think this new manager at Brighton will want to make him the number 1 goalkeeper, a younger keeper, good with the ball at his feet, but most importantly, make some big saves at big times. Had a less from memorable moment at the start of the game, sort of half coming and then not clearing that ball from Arda Güler that found Samir Caden, but then made up for massive saves, one-on-one saves, close proximity saves as well. I think a really, really fabulous type performance. Play out the back really well, 70% pass accuracy as well. And when you're back against the ball, you need a keeper to make some massive saves. And I think I've seen on social media, it was maybe a bit over the top, but it gave that Van der Sar type vibe, but it sort of felt like that, right? A keeper being big, making big saves, a big moment for the Dutch side. It just felt really heroic from Bart Verbruggen. That was his game last night. Van Dijk's had a game. Stefan de Vrij had his sort of moments. Denzel Dumfries and Ake had their sort of moments as well. It felt like his time has shined at the back, and that was his game there to do it, and did it in quite remarkable fashion to keep his country in the game when they were backs against the wall right at the end of that game there. And then no surprise, my player of the match is another defender, Stefan de Vrij for me. 1 goal, obviously important goal to get them equal at that point in time. A fabulous header from Memphis Depay ball into the area. 3 clearances, 1 tackle, 2 out of 4 ground duels, 1 2 out of 2 aerial duels, 95 touches. again, didn't have to do too much defending, but when they had to defend, he did a fantastic job of that, and then also scored a goal to get them at level. So all in all, fantastic performance from Stefan de Vrij. But he's probably been the most consistent across the back four. Nathan Ake, probably a close second, but Stefan de Vrij has not dropped off at all this tournament. Has been fabulous. Even in that game versus Austria, where it was all chaos and all over the place, he probably was the one. He held himself in good esteem because he played really well. He didn't really put a foot wrong. But that's sort of what he is, Stefan de Vrij, alongside Virgil van Dijk's experienced centre-back partnership that lack really a lot of mistakes in their game. They don't really make many mistakes in their game. They cover off for each other really well. Virgil van Dijk, the more mobile, high pace. Stefan de Vrij, the more no-nonsense, gets in, wins the ball, really comfortable on the ball, can spray the ball around. We know what he does for Inter Milan, so a really complete performance yet again from him, getting on the score sheet, and even some of his clearance as well in important times. But again, when they're sitting deeper and deeper, and when the Türkiye started coming onto you in the last 20 minutes, he managed it really, really well. And I think it was another fantastic performance from Stefan de Vrij, who deserves the props, and for me was my man of the match, considering the goal to add on top of all that great defensive work. So fantastic from him, and fantastic from the back four that managed the game really, really well in this game. Also, shout out to Dental Dumfries and Memphis Depay, also had fantastic games in terms of going forward and chance creating for the Netherlands side. But all in all, impressive with the Netherlands. I'm really impressed. Social media won't be impressed, and they're not an easy thing to talk about because it's nothing remarkable or groundbreaking, but it's just more continual improvement, and they're going in the right direction. I think they'll be happy. They've got an England side that I think is still very, very gettable, very, very shaky. They're getting through with pieces of individual brilliance in England, but the way I counter that is some great team football, but team football with also some individual pieces of quality in the side, and that's what the Netherlands have. They have individuals like Virgil van Dijk, like Cody Gakpo, like Memphis Depay, like Van der Bruggen in goal, that can match up. Nathan Ake, they can all match up with these England players. And I think they'll go in, for me, as favourites because they've played the better football of the tournament. They've continued to grow. They can manage games much better, and they can chance create so much more than England. I feel like they could just overwhelm England with their chance creation if they keep throwing numbers forward. Memphis Depay can continue to increase his performances. Got to feed Cody Gakpo once again. He was a little bit quiet last night in terms of getting the ball more often than not, trying to force feeding the football. We know what Denzel Dumfries can do down the right-hand channel. I like what Stefan Bergwijn does from the start. Cody Gakpo, Wout Weghorst coming off the bench to apply a bit more physicality and change it up as well. They've got a nice little dynamic going there. And if that midfield can hold up yet again, Tino Rana's shouting in there, Xavi Simons, if this young midfield trio can continue to improve and work hard and limit mistakes and control the tempo of the game, I think they're going to get the better of England. It's a really, really positive signs for the Dutch, and they're off to another Euro semi-final, so it's a lot to be excited about. And potentially, if all goes well, a final maybe in line, facing either the Dutch, facing either the Germans or the French. Really, really impressive game last night. That brings the video to an end, guys. If you enjoyed it, please smash a like on it, subscribe to the Players Zone channel for more videos like these. Press that post notification bell so you know we upload more videos later on the channel. Obviously, got reaction videos to come, but also, most important, the prediction videos, which thank you for the support on recently. For the semi-finals to come, we've got some more 2 long live watch-alongs for the semi-finals, and then we've got, I think we'll have a 3 or 4 man special watch-along for the Euro 2024 final. It's been a fantastic tournament. It's coming to an end, but we've still got a lot of drama to go. Hope you have a great rest of your day, guys. Enjoy that coming football, and I'll see you on a video or podcast very, very soon. Till next time, guys. See you later.